Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Go4WoT Asia Cup 13. First off, I'd like to apologize for the small microphone mistake that we made in the previous match. It was muted, wherefore I apologize. But let's get into this match. It will be Horsemen versus Team PH. For the people that don't know, Horsemen is a Gold League team. So this is going to be quite interesting to see. We're also going to see Ghost Town. I like Ghost Town a lot because in Ghost Town it's one of those new maps, and new maps always have the beautiful thing that in the beginning not a lot of teams are sure how to play it, which means that you get to see a lot of beautiful things. A lot of things. I've seen RT, I've seen one light, two lights, no lights, tier 7's coming back again. So all in all, I find it a really interesting map, and seeing a gold team play against a less known team maybe is gonna be interesting, because the less known team, they tend to bring tactics that Gold League teams normally don't expect, which sometimes it results in a really bad game, where the Gold League team just rolls over them. But if we're lucky, it might turn out to be beautiful because the Gold League team doesn't know how to react to it. So I want to see what Horseman does in this game, and if Team PH brings a uncommon lineup, an uncommon tactic, how they react to it and show their true skill. Let's quickly look through the lineups what Horseman is going with. They picked defense first. Horseman will be on the defense first. So Horseman picked 2 IS3s, 4 IS3s, a 5100, a T37, and a T54 lightweight. So they're going really heavy with 1 turret light and the 36 light, which is fairly common. They're not bringing the RT on defense, which means they're going to have to play a more active defense because they can't just use the RT to reset the cap. While Team PH is going to go with also 4 IS3s, a Type 59 and a 5100. I'm not so sure about this Type 59, why they're picking this, and a T37 as last tank. Both teams should be ready, so we should be getting this match underway any second now. Just waiting for the teams to sort out their crews, get everything ready, sort out their battle plan, and then we'll be getting in the match straight away. Again, this is the best of 3 format, which means that the team to pick up 2 rounds will advance to the next round. So just waiting for the teams to get ready. Gonna confirm that I'm ready now, so they don't have to worry about me. Okay, that should be done now. Yeah, as I said, it's gonna be curious to see how Horsemen defend and how PH decide to break this attack. You have the fairly excuse me. You have the fairly common attack, which involves going to the north base, which means that the team will put heavies in the 1 cap or light in the 1 cap, and it's extremely hard to decap them if you do not control the hill in the northwest. This is E3 sector. If we'll see it on the minimap, I'll show it on the minimap in a second when we get in game. So I wonder how Horseman is going to defend this gap while also making sure that they can be quick enough back to the second gap, because if they're gonna leave this undefended, then Team PH can just take really good positions and punish them for trying to come back to this gap. So Horsemen need to find a good mixture between how much focus they want to put on defending the 1 gap. For Team PH, their lineup, I really like their lineup, but just this Type 59, I'm not sure why they play with a Type 59. I guess it has something to do with the person in question not having the correct tank. We're just having some mild technical issues. One player from Horsemen seems to have DC, so we're just waiting for him to get back into the match so we can get this underway. So yeah, for Team PH, as I said, you have the fairly common north attack for the 1 base, but since teams are now actively positioning themselves to block out this tactic. It's going to be curious to see if they're still going to try it or they're going to go for the second base. The second base is much harder to control because to cap it, there's a lot of angles. There's a lot of angles to reset it from, so they could be losing their tier 6 very quickly. And if you lose, the problem is with losing your tier 6, if you lose your tier 6, you cannot put cap pressure anymore with the lightning, which means you either have to kill all of them, like you normally would, or you put a tier 8 on the cap. The problem with putting a tier 8 on the cap is that you have a tier 8 tank, which the enemy knows where it is, so they can say, okay, they have 5 tier 8s here and then 1 guy on the cap, so if we do this to counter it out, then we be in good position. That's the issue with having your tier 6 dead. Or they have to kill them because their tier 6 died, which means that the team that killed the tier 6 light, so the defender, if they kill the tier 6 light, they know that they have to push because they cannot win otherwise, so they can just set up for this. That's why cap pressure is so important. So for any team watching, keeping your tier 6 alive is really important. Let me confirm that I'm still ready. So we should be getting this underway any second now. So it's just going to be really interesting to see how both teams approach this match. So yeah, let's get into the match. So we basically almost have mirror lineups, except for the Type 59 on the Team EH side and the T54 lightweight on the Horsemen. This was what I was talking about. You need to control this hill over here to reset this cap. So let's see. Let's repeat the lineup quickly. For Team PH, we have 4 IH3s, a 5100, a Type 59, and a T37. For Horsemen, we have 4 IH3s, a 5100, T54 lightweight, and a T37. I'm gonna be following the T37 of Team PH first to see how they approach the game, where he's going, and we'll get a general idea of where they are going in the beginning. And so let's follow the light. Seems like he's driving towards the left side in the beginning. This is kind of interesting to see. So yeah, we can see Horsemen. As we can see, this is the position I'm talking about where Spencer is going. He will drive up on this hill over here, which gives them an overview for the second base. While Horseman is... Oh, the king of... Oh, he might be in a bad position. If he gets caught out over here, it's going to be really bad. I mean, the T-37 is in front of him and all the lights, and he's going to try and run away. Takes a little bit of damage, but nothing too dangerous right now. I mean, he's still okay. He just took one spot shot, but he has a lot of information. Ooh, and on the other side, we can see Kino could be in a lot of problem if they spot him out. We can see the entire team of Horsemen moving away from him. I think we're gonna get a clash in front of the second gates. Ooh, Jeff takes a lot of damage. Already down for 100. Damage being traded right here. Horseman is in a good position though, because they've locked down entirely where Team Page is for. Ooh, Relax Agent taking another big hit right now. Let's go back to Kino and see, because the T-37 is coming in front of him. If he can take him out, he'll be putting his team in a big advantage. But on the Type 59, which is not the fastest tank, this could give Horseman the possibility to just push in. Because he's killing a tier 6, this could be an uneven fight. So he should be able to take him out. Oh, shooting HE at Spencer. Ooh, taking a big hit from those IS3s. I don't know why he's shooting HE. He should be... Does do 300 here. He's still shooting HE for some reason. He might get shot by the IS3s again if he's not careful. Ooh, big miss there. He's down to 516 HP for killing a tier 6 tank. This is not the best of trades. Let's go back to the Relax Agent, because we can see tanks moving in on his position right now. Yeah, right now, either team is converged around this middle area. I mean, Team Page still has the advantage by killing the tier 6, but they're down a lot of HP compared to Horsemen, so they need to be careful with that. But if they can utilize their tier 6 scout well, they're in not such a bad situation. Ooh, but I think Kino is in some trouble. Ooh, Jeff taking another big hit. Yeah, Kino's in some big trouble. Let's quickly check Kino. As we can see, Kino is in the cap, and we have Knight of Sidonia, Tommy, going after him. And this is a fight he cannot win. which means that Team PH will be down a tier 8 tank right now. He needs 2 more shots to kill him, so this should be pretty quickly dead. In the next shot, he should be able to kill him. Alright, and as we can see that as quick back. In the meantime, Joey did take down Jeff in Hop, and it seems like Relaxed Agent is just gonna be the next guy. He's getting pushed by 3 IS3s. Ooh, and he gets taken down by Joey again. In the meantime, we have 5100s trading shots. Fool did lose his engagement against Hard Shells, but it doesn't really matter when the rest of his team is quickly dying. Baby Jelly is down to a 1 shot, and Yulop is getting pushed right now by 3 IS3s. There's not much he can do. He misses the first shot. And these IS3 should be able to take him down, no problem right now. But in the meantime, Joey might be able to take down Baby Jelly any second now. Let's just see how Yulop tries to do in a second. Gets tracked, no damage. They should be taking him down much quicker right now. Baby Jelly does go down to Joey. So we can just see how Horsemen use the... we could see how they first took control over this area on the minimap, the B to T line. And once their T-54 spotted... Ooh, Joey. And once their T-54 spotted the entire team from Team PH, they just decided to take control over this area over here and keep the high ground over Team PH. So it's down to Hard Shells and should be going down any second now. So Horsemen taking the first round quite convincingly. Hard Shells might be able to get a kill or 2 here, but eventually the result, he'll still die. I mean, it's just trying to do some extra damage. You might be able to take the T-54 as well. Or 3 HP, and you will not be able to get him. Joey is coming in his side. He'll take a big hit from him. That was a nice shot from Joey. Shooting HE. Generally, I wouldn't agree with this, shooting HE, but since it's a 5 versus 1, and he did penetrate, he will just allow it. We could see in the beginning, though, the Type 59 shooting HE. This something I wouldn't do in tanks like a Type 59 example, because they don't really have good HE penetration. I do it more like in tanks like in RU, and RU has really good HE penetration. But I don't think it's worth it, because any bounce, if you don't penetrate with HE, you do like 50 damage with a tier 8 light, 100 with a tier 8 tank. So the fact that you penetrated the shot before that, for example, with HE, just balances it out. It's usually not worth it. But yeah, it was a 1v5, so it doesn't really matter. As we can see, those IS3s in the middle doing a lot of work right here. Yulap, 0 damage. It's partially the reason why his team lost. But as we can see, Joey, 11 shots, 10 hits, 9 penetrations, a very good ratio. 3k damage, which is a lot. He really carrying his team. Spencer, yeah, we saw him not do too much. Fuluso, not too much either. But Joey, Non-TV and Gorilla MSIX doing the work for their team with 3,000 and 2,500 damage, so well played by them. So now we'll be having Team PH on the defensive and Horsemen attacking, so let's see how this works out. I mean, I think they should take an example of Horsemen their defense, because they actively blocked the 1 cap, which was pretty good, pretty well done. So you can see how they blocked the 1 cap so they couldn't get there, and then just rotated with the entire team once they got the information of where they were. That was good movement, good reading from Horsemen. Team PH got themselves stuck in one area of the map. Horsemen knew at all times where they were, so there's not much they could do. I mean, they tried to go south, but the T-54 going there kind of blocked off their ID, because Horsemen just quickly rotated and got back in position. So yeah, we'll be switching side now. I still think my feeling's still going with Horsemen, but I want to see Team PH put up a good fight. I want to see them react well and not be afraid of Horsemen, because it did seem like they let Horsemen lead the pace in this last game, where they would let them take the peaks, then they would just wait for them to peek on them. I mean, I would like them to play a bit more aggressive, more active, instead of waiting for Horsemen to make every move. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see basically the same lineups from both teams again. It's a general lineup: 1 light, 1 through 6 scouts, and then the rest heavies. Alright, we're just waiting for tank picks to get underway. We can get into the second round of this match. So I was quickly checking. After this, the winner of this, Horsemen versus Team PH, will be fighting either Mean Mari Mean, who took out Heavy Metal Tank Company, or IAFTR. IAFTR is the team we saw in the first match, taking down No Real Danger, convincingly 2-0, taking out the number 4 seed. So that should also be a good match between Horsemen and either of these teams. The map they'll be playing on is Lakeville. It's going to be very nice to see how teams play on Lakeville, because it's also one of those new maps, and not a lot of people seem to figure out yet how to play the map, and are still developing new strategies and so on. So it could be a clash of converging strategies. Confirm that I'm ready. Oh, they're still picking. Let's quickly check the tanks. A 1-1-2. I mean, a 1-1-2 is a good tank, but it's only useful in very specific situations. I'm not sure how Team PH is going to utilize the 1-1-2. It has a good turret, but the gun's kind of lacking on some aspects, and the frontal hull's not that great either, because it's not angled like the IS-3s. It's just a flat surface, so kind of curious to see how they will utilize the 1-1-2 in this strategy. Yeah, as I said, just waiting for the teams to pick the tanks ready up so we can get into the second match. Thinking about how Horsemen would approach this, I think they might actually go for the 1-cap. I'm not sure that Team PH knows how to defend this very well like Horsemen did. How to block off this side of the map, so if they get into the 1-cap and, for example, put a heavy and a light on that cap, that reduces the timer so much that you don't have a lot of time to think about your next move, and it just puts teams in a very, very hard situation, because you have so little time to react that it makes it extremely hard to come up with a plan where you can tell everybody what to do. So you just have to play very, very aggressive, and a lot of teams get caught off by that. So I want to see what happens here. So let's confirm that we're ready. Like this pick, the T32 pick indicates to me that they want to go to base 1. Why? Because in the base 1 there's a small area of the map that is hold down, so the T32 can sit there, hold down, and spot anybody trying to get to him. So that kind of pick indicates to me that Horsemen would be favoring to go towards the 1-cap. Just have to see how it works out. I mean, Team PH, I hope they know how to react to this. It'd be a shame if they just get capped out. I mean, nobody wants to see a battle be won by cap, but it's just the way things go. I mean, I'm really hoping they can put up a good fight against Horsemen. All right. Seems like we're getting into the fight right now. So let's go over the lineups again. For Team PH, we have 4 IS-3s, a 5100, and a 112, and a T37. For Horsemen, we have a 5100, 4 IS-3s, a T32, and an AMX 12T. Like I said, the 12T and the T32 indicate to me that they want to go to the 1-cap. We'll see how they play it out. Might be distraction as well, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think they will favor the 1-cap still, though. Alright, let's check the 112. As I was talking about the 112, you can see here his armor is not angled, which means it's a bad tank for side scraping. And I mean, it's angled like this, but it isn't angled like, for example, if you see the IS-3s, it has side angles as well. This is just flat on the side. So let's see how they utilize this tank. And it seems like I predicted it. We can see that Team PH is moving very heavily south. If Horsemen get in the cap really quickly, they're going to be in a really tough situation, because they need to get back all the way over here. And Horsemen's already setting up to defend this cap. They have the 5100 Fuluso in A0, who can kill anybody on the A line. And Spencer will be moving into the cap any second now. And then he will be joined by the T32 from the T-32 from Just Rex will be getting into the cap with him, and it's going to be really hard for Team PH to get back and defend this cap. Once Horsemen figure out that this is just completely empty, they're going to put 2 guys on the cap, force Team PH to come out, and as they're doing now, Just Rex and Spencer getting on the cap at the same time. It's up to Team PH to react now, and this could be very well, this could be capped very well. Oh, Redmond taking a huge amount of damage, down to 112 HP. One shot will kill him. He cannot peek anymore. Look at this cap timer. Horsemen have 3 tanks in the cap. I mean, Team PH, I don't even think they're going to get back on time. Looking at the cap timer, they need to get back right now where this game might be over. Redmond is trying to decap, but cap's at 84. Trying to line up the shot. Can they get the reset? Team PH needs to get the reset. Oh, and they get the reset on the 12T, but is it going to be enough? They need another one right now. They need another reset, and they're taking so much damage. They did get another reset, but they need to keep pushing towards the cap in order to do this. And Relax Agent taking a huge amount of damage, down to 605%, and he's down as well. And as you can see, what we were talking about before the battle is becoming true, Baby Jelly has to go in for the decap as well, and they're just taking a huge amount of damage. Tank by tank falling. Baby Jelly is down to 1 shot as well, trying to do his best what he can, but this is going to be all she wrote for Team PH. Horsemen just taking the superior cap position and forcing Team PH to come back in an engagement that was not favorable for them at all. I mean, as we could see, what we talked before Hardshell, it's just a matter of time now before Horsemen finish off the last tanks. Yulap coming in for the decap as well. What we talked about before as well, you could see by the position of Just Rex, if I can get to him, like, look at this. The way he was sitting, he is completely hold down in this area, but the 12T over here. We had a T-37 from Team PH over here, but he couldn't really do anything. While the rest of Team PH was in this area over here, it just takes them so long to get back to the cap. And by the time that they go back to the cap, I mean, they were forced to go in 1 by 1, take a load of damage, and it was just easy cleanup for Horsemen. Teams need to defend the 1 cap first, in my opinion. In my personal opinion, you need to defend the 1 cap first and then flex towards the other cap. As you could see now, if you let the enemy take this cap, then you know you're putting yourself in a really hard situation. You're gonna have to push in. Gonna have to push in against an enemy that is waiting for your push, and you still have to worry about the cap at all times. So, congratulations to Horsemen for taking this 2-0. I mean, they played it out very well, very convincingly. They didn't struggle at all. So, very well played by Horsemen. For Team PH, I would say look at the replays, see what Horsemen did, learn from them, maybe even use their tactic. Just learn from the better team in this situation, and put it onto your own gameplay, because you could see a few basic mistakes that they made, but it's nothing to worry about. I mean, they can learn, they can rewatch the things and analyze and be like, okay, so we did this wrong and we need to do this next time. I mean, it's not that they played bad, it's just the Horsemen outplayed them. They outplayed them as a team tactically. We didn't see much 1v1s, just player skill. It was just they had the better general ID than Team PH, and sadly we're gonna not see them in the future. But Horsemen will advance to the next round, and they will be fighting the winner of Mean Murray Mean against IAFTR. And there's no update in that match yet, so we'll see what happens in there. So for now, we're gonna take another quick break, and we'll be seeing you back for the next match anytime.